They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but sometimes a single panoramic image captures something much darker, something chilling, something real. In today's story, we dive into true crime cases where the horror wasn't just in the act itself, but in the way it was accidentally captured, forever frozen in time. This is Chilling True Crime Cases with the Panorama. These vast, sweeping photographs often reveal more than the human eye initially perceived. They stretch the boundaries of our vision, and in doing so, sometimes pull back the curtain on unsettling truths lurking just beyond our immediate awareness. The panorama, in its ambition to capture everything, can inadvertently become a silent, impartial witness. It records without judgment, its wide gaze taking in the mundane alongside the malevolent. Join us as we explore these extraordinary and often terrifying instances. From the desolate plains of Kansas to the bustling platforms of a city train station, these panoramic images hold secrets, and today, we bring those secrets into the light. The world captured in a panorama is wider than we think, and sometimes, it is far more sinister. The year was 1959. In the quiet heartland of America, Holcomb, Kansas, was a place where doors were often left unlocked. The Clutter family, Herb, Bonnie, Nancy, and Kenyon, were an embodiment of this rural idyll. On a cold November morning, the serenity of Holcomb was brutally shattered. 4 members of the Clutter family were discovered bound and shot within the sanctuary of their own home. Among the numerous photographs taken was a panoramic shot of a hallway. Weeks into the investigation, one keen-eyed individual noticed an anomaly, a shadowy silhouette standing silently in a doorway. The panoramic photograph, meant to document the scene of a crime, had inadvertently captured an enigma, a silent, watching presence that added another layer of mystery and unease to the already tragic story of the Clutter family murders. Yosemite National Park, a jewel of the American wilderness, stands as a monumental testament to the raw, untamed beauty of nature. In 1999, a group of friends embarked on a hike, venturing towards one of the park's lesser-known trails. One of the hikers took a panoramic photograph to capture the expansive beauty of the valley. Months later, while reviewing the photo, they noticed a figure, a young woman, her arm raised in what appeared to be a wave. Authorities identified the woman as one of 3 tourists who had mysteriously vanished from that area of Yosemite National Park. That panoramic photo became the last known image of the young woman. Was her wave a friendly greeting or a desperate plea for help? The photograph offered no answers, only a haunting, frozen moment in time. Her body, like those of her companions, was never found. The vast wilderness of Yosemite had claimed them, and only a chance panoramic capture offered a final fleeting glimpse. Chapter 3. The Family, BBQ. A Hidden Intruder. The summer of 2013 in Texas was perfect for outdoor gatherings. One family decided to host a barbecue in their backyard. To capture the full scope of the happy occasion, a smartphone was used to take a sweeping panoramic photograph. The resulting image, at first glance, was exactly what one would expect, a vibrant, bustling scene of familial contentment. It wasn't until later that someone in the family reviewing the photos decided to zoom in on the panoramic shot. There, in a small sliver of the photograph partially obscured by the fence, was a face. It was the face of a stranger. The true horror of this photographic discovery crystallized 2 weeks later when the family's home was broken into. The intruder captured on the surveillance video was the same man whose face had been silently immortalized in the panoramic barbecue photo. Chapter 4. The Train Station, Ghost, New Jersey Transit. In 2007, a commuter found themselves on the platform of the Newark train station in New Jersey late in the evening. The commuter decided to capture the scene with a sweeping panoramic photograph. The resulting panoramic image depicted a long, empty platform. Upon later examination of the photograph, a curious and unsettling detail emerged: a woman dressed in clothing reminiscent of the 1950s. The commuter had no recollection of seeing anyone on the platform when they took the picture. Local legends and folklore surrounding the Newark train station began to surface, involving a woman in a red coat who was said to have been killed by a train on those very tracks. The panoramic photo served as a chilling reminder of the unseen presences that might linger in the most ordinary of places. Chapter 5. The Abandoned School, Cleveland, Ohio. In 2018, a group of urban explorers ventured into an abandoned school in Cleveland, Ohio. Among their equipment was a camera capable of capturing full 360-degree panoramic photographs. The 360-degree panoramic image was captured, encompassing every detail of the long, decaying hallway. It was only later, when reviewing the panoramic image, that they noticed something deeply unsettling. Several of the lockers along the hallway were depicted as standing open. The discrepancy was inexplicable. Driven by this disturbing anomaly, the urban explorers decided to return to the abandoned school. As they moved through the shadowy corridors once more, their live feed began to document a series of unsettling events. The comment on the digital file read, "I'm still here," suggesting something within that abandoned school was aware of their presence. Panoramas were meant to capture everything, but sometimes they capture too much. These sweeping images can inadvertently reveal the disquieting truth that our perceived reality is often just a sliver of a much larger, and sometimes more menacing, picture. As you scroll through your own camera roll, perhaps take a moment longer with those panoramic shots. Zoom into those edges, those seemingly insignificant corners. You never know who, or what, might be staring back, a silent observer captured in the periphery of your life. If you found this story chilling, subscribe to the channel and follow for more eerie true crime and horror stories that'll keep you up at night. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and stay safe.